With a doting family, devoted friends and one of the most coveted jobs on TV hosting Love Island, Caroline Flack was surrounded by. But for years, the beloved star had been locked in a brave battle with her mental health, and an inquest into her heartbreaking suicide a year ago today later heard how her world fell apart following her December 2019 arrest on suspicion of assaulting boyfriend Lewis Burton, claims both he and she denied. She subsequently stepped down from Love Island temporarily and described the period as the worst time of. But throughout her turmoil, her worried best friends did their best to keep her safe, enveloping the star in love and maintaining a constant vigil with Caroline. From girls' nights in and holidays to Barcelona to trips to the climbing wall of her close-knit group, one friend told the Mirror, they were trying to keep her spirits up but she was going deeper into her. In the last few weeks she was with a lot of her friends and rarely alone. In the week before Caroline's passing, friend Sam Campbell revealed how she had convinced the TV to join her on a work trip to Barcelona in the hope of lifting the hopeful but weak stars. We went on a tuk-tuk, walked, saw the sights, went to a house of curiosities and got our caricature done. We'd go for dinner then watch Ad Fab till we fell asleep, Sam wrote on Instagram alongside fun-filled shots of. She was calm and hopeful, but so weak. I'm so glad she came and we got to have one more adventure together and a few last laughs. I miss you so much already XXXXX. The day before Caroline's death, she met close friend Simon Carroll for a walk around a cemetery near her home in Stoke Newington, East London, where he described the frail star as being exhausted. In a tribute to Caroline, he wrote, "Thank you for finding the strength to meet me on Friday morning. We walked around Stoke Newington Cemetery, she bloody loved. We held hands and we spoke about your future. You asked me if I would speak on your behalf about the last few months and we talked about the road that led you to here. You were so tired toward the end, but still had more energy than most. You were so scared of having to go back to court and the circus that would have come with it. But you laughed, baby. You laughed." But despite signs of improvement, everything changed that afternoon when the CPS informed Caroline that she would have to stand trial over the alleged early morning altercation with Lewis. Her ex, Danny Cipriani, said she phoned him and texted him, anxious that she would have to plead guilty to avoid. And after spotting a concerning post on Caroline's personal Instagram, good friend and glamour model Nicola McLean messaged the star and found she wasn't in it. She was just sad. She really was. She just wanted to be with Lewis. She wanted the charges dropped. She felt like it was unfair, Nicola told Talk Radio. She would say, "I'll plead guilty so this all goes away." But she did not want to plead guilty because she did not think she was, and neither do I. The inquest at Poplar Coroner's Court in London, held last August, heard how that night Caroline's best friends, including TV producer Molly Gersberg, rushed to her aid and called an ambulance after finding her unconscious on the sofa and surrounded by tablets. A clinical assessment was carried out but Caroline refused to go to hospital, promising instead to see her GP. The next morning, annoyed that her friends had called 999, Caroline asked them to leave, and once alone, took the heartbreaking decision to end her own life. In the days after her death, Caroline's devastated mom Christine paid tribute to the friends who had tried valiantly to protect her daughter. Carrie was surrounded by loving friends but this was just too much for her, she told the Eastern Daily. Her friends Molly, Lou, Sam, Liam and Simon need a very special mention and lots of thanks for trying so hard to keep her. Jody, her twin sister, was there her whole life for her but this time nothing could take away the hurt of such injustice. She also shared an Instagram post Caroline had written but had been advised not to publish, explaining that her daughter so wanted to have her little boy served. In it, Caroline said she had been suffering from declining mental health for some time, but denied she had assaulted Lewis, insisting what had happened was. She wrote, "I've been pressing the snooze button on many stresses in my life, for my whole life. I have always taken responsibility for what happened that night. But the truth is, it was an accident. I've been having some sort of emotional breakdown for a very long time. But I am not a domestic abuser. We had an argument and an accident happened. The blood that someone sold to a newspaper was my blood and that was something very sad." An inquest into the star's death concluded that she died by suicide after an exacerbation of fluctuating ill health and distress caused by the impending trial. Samaritans, 116-123, operates a 24-hour service available if you prefer to write down how you're feeling, or if you're worried about being overheard on the phone, you can email Samaritans at joe@samaritans.